Hey guys, we are live. You thought this wasn't going to happen. It's live. So, welcome to the Seeking Heaven channel. And today we're having a live spiritual lesson, and it's going to be a fun one. But before we start, and I'll tell you what to expect today, we're going to have a blast. I want to thank everybody for being here and let you know who I am. I am your host, Tamara Caulder Richardson, a 6-time near-death experiencer, an evidential psychic medium, a Christ channeler, as well as a divine messenger. And now I'm talking to the Galactic Federation. Oh boy. So you think you're having a spiritual awakening. So look, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell, beep, bing, because that way you'll get custom alerts when I put new episodes up. Now, starting in September, I will be doing more live Friday chats. And I will tell you that I have been commissioned by my guides and angels and all of this. And now I'm getting it from other people that I have to finish my book. So we'll have at least 2 starting in September, and you'll know when they are, the Friday. So we'll have Thursday and Friday. We'll at least do a couple Fridays a month because I've got to get my book out. And this is, very time consuming, which you're so worth it, but you're also worth it to get my book. And I also have, they told me 5 books to write and some channeled stuff. So this is all for you guys. My love to you. So just be patient with me, but we're going to be doing a lot of these kind of things, and wanted to, I'm going to pull up the chat here and see if there's anyone here. I want to, again, thank everybody for being here. And there I am. So if you haven't subscribed, do so. And also look at our membership perks. I'm very excited. We are starting tomorrow, which will be our love leader. So we're going to have our first love leader starting tomorrow. So I'm totally thrilled. And that is where you have 90 minutes with me as a spiritual evolution coach and an intuitive life coach. So, who knows? We may get readings, we may get spiritual exercises, whatever you guys needs, it will be channeled for only $24.99 a month. What a deal is that? So thank you, Clay, for being here. My biggest fan, my husband, if you people don't know him, he is wonderful. He is also a fantastic cook. I cook too, but this show sometimes, especially in the winter, it's like 86 hours, 12 hours a day, including weekends. And he is there helping. So thanks, Clay. I appreciate that. So I went, Clay's in the house. All right. So let's get into our topic today. So go ahead and write where you're from. Let me know where you're from, and we will get going. And I think it's funny, this imagery that I picked about the freak out session, because this is really what it's like when you're going through a spiritual experience. And I have to laugh. I mean, I picked this 50s thing, 12 signs that you're not going nuts, but having a spiritual awakening. And that could not be more true. But see, I've had more years to deal with this. But when you awaken, let's say you're a regular person, whatever that means, when you awaken in stages. But if you're already, woohoo, you're a little bit intuitive or empathic or open to things, you're still, or even if you're like at my level, who, I'm a master medium as well as a divine channeler and so forth. And I've had a lot of training, but mainly training by God. I'm certified by God. That's the best. I can say I'm certified by Lisa Williams, which is great, but I am certified by God. And that counts above all things. So I find that it's interesting who I've been noticing watching my channel. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. I love each of you. Thank you. I get a lot of truth seekers. And so I get people that are, some entry level, but generally I get a lot of spiritual leaders. So don't feel guilty if that's you, because I was told many, many years ago that I'm a teacher of the teachers. And I'm like, great, how's that going to work? And I think I think it's just things like this. You can't give wisdom all at one time. But this, I want you to know that today's lesson is channeled. Okay. And it's very funny. Okay. So we have a sense of humor. So much of our healing is done with humor. And some of the things that you're going to recognize that you've gone through, or you're going through, or you may go through, because you may not have all the 12 signs, know that you almost have to have a sense of humor over this, because you are not alone. And you may feel like you're alone because you may not have anyone to talk to, which is why now you have my show, the Seeking Heaven channel, because I'm here for you guys. And all this is super free. So, oh, look, Iran, you're such a beautiful lady, and your family's beautiful. So God bless you. Thanks for being here. That's very sweet. Yeah. I like your mojo. You're beautiful in and out. All right. And God took my clothes. Oh, David, I can't wait to meet you and talk to you personally. Thank you for being here. You are so cool. I saw your picture and smile. I'm like, you're cool. So we're going to have David here. God took my clothes. He wrote a book. Let me tell you what, God brings me the best people like David, the best people. So, and we're going to also have like Charlie here. Oh, look, we're going to have Charlie here as well from Ireland, who was so touched by all this abuse issues we've been handling and healing that he has a story himself, and he's a psychotherapist. So, yeah, look, if it means sometimes with these spiritual awakenings and we have old wounds, they're going to come out, guys. Look, we're human. Don't be ashamed. Just it's better just to surrender and just, what is it? The way out is the way through. You got to go through the stuff to come out on the other side. And that's why you have me. So we're going to be good. So say hey as things come along. You're so welcome, sweetheart. All right. So let's get into now that we said hello, and I'll say hello to you as people come in. What to expect from today. First of all, I had to laugh about this topic. And this is for a lot of people out there. A lot of you that are watching are chicken. I know. It's all right. I'd love for you to, cock-a-doodle-doo, put your name down here and let me know you're watching. That'd be great. It's so funny. Literally you would think that I have a lot of women on my show because I'm very girly. Not true. I've got about 60 some percent men, but they never say much. So except for David and a few other people and Clay, but they're coming out. So God bless you for coming out. So let me tell you a little bit. And again, about me, I've had 6 near-death experience. It started really early on. I'm not going to go into that. Okay. If you want to hear my near-death experience story, it was very hard for me to do, but I pushed through it. Okay. For you, I pushed through it. It's on this channel. And I can't tell you, just scroll down. I mean, it may be, 3 months ago. I can't really recall, but you'll see my picture in Jesus and me, you'll see that me and Jesus, we're like this. And you'll see my NDE story. And it does have some abuse in there, but I have always seen spirit. I remember being here before I was here, and prenatal memories. I have lots of, it's just like my filter doesn't work. And a lot of near-death experiences do not just have a near-death experience. Yeah. Chickens always come up. They come up at least once a month in my readings. I have no idea. It's really hysterical. I think it's a little thing that spirit does with me. So today I want to tell you what to expect. I do this thing, by the way, FYI. You can check me out, southernbellmedium.com. I do readings all over the world. I mean, literally places I've never heard of. All over the world, multiple languages. I don't speak. Well, yeah, I do speak multiple languages, but God has me do it, seriously. Really strange ones too, and that's really cool. But yeah, I do readings all over the world through Zoom. So if you're interested in that, to have a personal life path spiritual session, I start mediumistically and I go up the chain to the angelic heavenly realm and masters. So anyway, it's pretty cool stuff. Everybody seems to really like it. Takes a lot out of me, but it's really cool. And also my free Jesus Speaks, which you can look under my channels and you can see the Academy of Love. It did say Christ Academy of Love, but I took the name because censorship. I wasn't sure about that. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I don't know if it was amazing. Kind of sucked at the time, but thanks, Ariane. Oh, thanks for putting the link. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I'm kind of busy right now, getting ready to go and dive into this big spiritual lesson here. So I want us to, first of all, anything you do in life, whether you're going to go out and garden, it's a new topic. You want to be able to. Oh, thanks for Brian. David's putting the testimony. Thank you. That must be the Christ Academy of Love. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm working on revealing myself more. So, oh my gosh, I love this woman, Anna. Gonzalez. Okay, listen, Anna, you're awesome. We had a session yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know. It feels like 2 days. I think I was talking to you in my sleep again last night, but she's going to be on here. She's had multiple near death experiences, multiple spiritual experiences, including UFO, spirits, ghosts. And she is my sister from Mexico. You think we do kind of look like, but no, she's not really a sister. She is a sister. I just adore her. She's going to be coming up in September in 2 or 3 weeks, and we're going to have a live show with her on horses that heal. And that I'm going to have some special people on there, and it'll blow your mind. It's cool. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I love you too. And yeah, our session together, some of these guys, you don't know when I'm interviewing and recording them, we share intuitive information. And sometimes because people are like me, I get high. I'm not doing this to get spiritually high with people, but it does happens. And Anna and I, it was very powerful. So let's get into our lesson. Set your intention, and your intention, first of all, if any of these things come up, you should have the intention, I feel, of being comforted. Number one, you're not alone. Number two is being disclosed, right? So the way out is the way through. So you need to be able to uh, look at it with a spirit of play, because this is a very exciting time. I will tell you that. Oh yes, there, and Clay is saying, "Hey, you'll meet him. You two will be fast friends." So you want to set the intention with this. Now, before we begin, I want to it's been a crazy day for people. It's Friday, TGIF. So, all right, truth seekers and spiritual leaders, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And oh, thank you. Look at this. Oh, yes, September. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so she'll be in September. We'll give you the dates. I think it's the 17th. I think 16th, 17th, and it will be on. All right. So let's yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. And I want you just to clear your mind. I'm not going to go into a full meditation. I just want you guys to be present and grounded. And so I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose, and I want you to open your mouth. Okay. And oh, Adriana, yay! I'm so happy you're here. This is one of our love leaders, in the house, which I will see tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern time. I'm excited. If you want to join us, it's not too late. You'll get the link for tomorrow. We're doing a special 2 hours. So that is a small group that you get spiritual direction from me. All right. So I want you to breathe in through your nose very slowly. Deep breath in. I want you to hold it. And I want you to release it slowly. And I want you to focus on the gratitude of your breath and being in the present now and appreciating your own soul. Let's do that again. In, hold it. And slowly, being so thankful. And this time, as you breathe in, I want you to visualize the divine, beautiful white light, which has some gold flakes in there. It's not totally white, it's pretty white. It's bright, but I see gold flakes just because I'm a glitter queen, but that's how I see it. That's how I saw it over there. So breathe in and hold it. Bring that white light of God in that's pouring down over your head, all down through your head, and breathe out. And if you want to, one last one, and I'll start. And just visualize being surrounded by this beautiful white light. And I ask all your guides and your archangels to step forward and surround you in their love. Now we're ready to begin. Okay, so let's talk about this thing, spiritual awakenings. Okay. All right, I had a lot of fun doing this. This is all channeled, but I wanted to do it in the order that I feel like this pops up. Now, it doesn't have to be in this order, and you may have some of them, you may have all of them. I would like your feedback because I want to help you on this. This is interactive. All right, so the 12 signs, you're not going nuts, but you're having a spiritual awakening. Okay, one of the first signs, and again, they don't have to be in the order. This is the order as I see it, and I was told so, and I've gone through all this and more. And once you've gone through it, it's not a one-time deal, right, Anna? You can go through it because you're a new level, so now you're going through it again at a newer level. Like, why am I talking to Galactic Federation, Aster, and now Chiron? I had no idea existed, and the Elohim. Look, you got to laugh. You got to go, what the, I don't want to bleep, bleep, bleep. What's going on here? All right. So the first thing is you do is, and I want you to put in the comment, if this has happened to you, I want to get some feedback because I'm here to help you. Okay. You question everything, including your own belief system and people around you. Has anyone started questioning? Could be religion, could be their own personal philosophy, it could be anything in that area, and the people around you, maybe they just don't make sense anymore, right? If you could write into the chat, okay? I want to, yeah, right. And this isn't a one-time deal. There, the first time you go through it, it's pretty crazy. Okay, it's kind of almost like that's why they call it spiritually transformative experiences, which was coined by Dr. Von Kaysen, who I am very honored to be, and so is Anna Gonzalez, to be on the advisory board. I'm also the marketing chair. Yes, religion. Okay, there you go. Well, religion. I'm not going to go into a lot because I want you to use your own mind. However, a lot of people that have had near-death experiences, either they didn't have any religion or they had a lot of religion, but it just didn't add up to what they experienced, and that's okay. I tell you that you are enough to be able to sort this thing out, and we are from heaven, and it is your birthright to be able to connect directly, and you don't need a man or a person to do so. My job, if I have a job, is to just gently, like little ducks, mama duck, a mama duck, going, here you go, because you have everything you need to make your own mind. Okay. And it's okay to be in a place. I question things all the time, like, the whole Jesus, what is it, the Bible Belt. And then, it's bad enough talking to Jesus and channeling. People might think that's odd, but I don't, because he talks to everybody. But now, interdimensional communication. So this is a new one for me. So it does evolve. Okay, next one. Number 2, you're expressing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Perfect, David. Yes, I question everything religion, culture, okay. Curious, David, write down, when did that happen? Was it recently? And just curious, because we're all learning, right? And this is a safe, loving platform to do it. No judgments whatsoever. Uh, how long did that process take for you? It's different with different people. I'm just curious. All right. So the next one would be is you're expressing you got to laugh at this stuff. You're expressing strange new emotions. Okay? What does that mean? All of a sudden, you have no idea. You start crying. Okay? You could just cry. You're like, and then I'm not talking like, come on, guys, girls. I'm not talking PMS. I'm just talking. Usually you don't know why. You're like, why am I doing this? This is weird. Okay. Anger, like, all of a sudden you're discontent, right? Anger or depression. You're just awfully depressed. You're miserably unhappy and you just don't know why. And they're usually like, you don't know why you're having these crazy emotions. And it just seems like it's out of the blue. So you feel like you're going mad. Anyone experience anything like that? Yes, all the time. Okay, then you are my people. This is normal. Yeah. Okay, good. So keep giving me feedback because this is channel, but I want to also address exactly your exact need. Okay, guys. So listen. Listen up. You're like, Clay, I'm gonna give you a to-do list. No, I'm not. I just want you to have fun. All right. The next one is number 3 is you no longer want to keep the same set of friends or talk about the same things with them. Meaning a lot of the people you once were with or around, and some could be family, okay? They bore you. Who is in that category? Bore. Okay, yes. Strong emotions. It's cool. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And I want you to have your questions ready, Adriana. Love leaders. All right. So let's see what David has to say. 27 to okay, God. Okay, 10 years. All right. Doesn't mean that you're freaking out a full 10 years. Yeah, I had to put my stuff aside too. Yeah, there's ways to do that because we're not going to just end with today. This is just the start. I've been told this is at least 3. This is the first one because you guys need help. Severe depression. Yeah, I know. At least you believed in yourself to figure it out. Yeah, but I know. But wasn't it great when you lost all those friends that probably sucked the life out of you, and then you got some really cool, interesting people that really loved you for you? Yeah, I totally agree. Small talk with family. Absolutely. I know. But at the same time, oh, okay. So somebody's Rand's changing husbands. Okay. Well, that's actually common too. It's very common with NDErs, divorce, and so forth. So, yeah. Let's see. We should feel bad because we need other friends. No, you should not feel bad. No, this is not it. Um, it's okay. You got to allow where someone is, say the friends, say they bore you, or maybe they're needy. You're like, they seem all of a sudden, maybe you notice they're very greedy and they're not giving, and you're more of a giver, and you feel like it's a one-way thing. Whatever the situation is, you have to allow them to be where they are, but they also have to allow you to be where you are. And sometimes it causes resentment because you're growing and they don't want to. They want to stay where they are. That's okay. But you need to have your boundaries. And if that's the case, you can love someone from a distance, including family if need be. It's okay. They have a path, you have a path. Sometimes they cross, sometimes they don't. It's not like we don't all know each other, and it's not like you can't love them from a difference. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, David. Yeah. I have to say the same thing too. I feel like before when I in my ad agency, I'm gonna give away my age, 27 years. That I started at 12. No, that I felt like they just wanted what I could get for them, and now people actually like me for me, and that's really a good feeling, right? Because you don't have to pretend anymore. So well, me too. Ditto. See what I mean? But see, there's also something else going on here, and we're going to go to the next one. But I want to add this. This isn't just about you. There is a cosmic, universal, global awakening. Okay. And I have friends around the world, as like Anna, Mexico, that I would trust her than a neighbor down the road. Okay. So this is a God thing going on. This is a magical God thing. All right. Not changing husbands, but we have nothing in common. Oh, dear Lord. Uh, well, okay. You know, I'm a strong believer in prayer. Uh, God, can you soften this person's heart? Can you open their eyes? Can you help them? Because sometimes when you're married to someone in particular, you can't. Clay's not listening, of course, are you? You can't change them. Women listening, you cannot change them. You cannot. You can encourage them, and if they want to do whatever, then you have choices too. But that's your choice. I mean, you're a lovely woman, so you have options. Not to be ugly, but you do. But God bless you if you stay in that. It's up to you. All right. Uh, oh yeah, no, it doesn't. Absolutely, that's a very wise point, David. Y'all, I tell people all the time, stop going on these social media outlets and telling people your business or trying to convince them. It doesn't work like that. They have to have reach toward you. They have to be interested. It should be organic. Let them do what they're going to do, and you do you, and let them do them. If it's meant to be, then it'll all work out fine. It should not have to be any kind of um, struggle. It should be quite easy. It's like a stream going by. It should be very gentle. Now, the fourth one is Anna. This one is written for you. It kind of is, but this was the next one. Number four is you stay awake, sometimes all night long, asking, why is this? Why is that? How is this? How is that? And what does this all freaking mean? Sometimes it's like that, like demanding answers. Okay. And then sometimes in the middle of the night, you go, wait a minute, is that an orb in the middle of the room or a spirit? Okay, raise your hands. Tell the truth. Who's like that? Really, that is up by this change. Let me know. Just write it in the chat. Uh, trying to change it. This is David. Trying to the author of God Took My Clothes. I love that name. It's so precious. Trying to change another person, like trying to teach a pig how to sing. I've taught pigs to sing. No, I'm not kidding. I haven't. You'll just end up frustrating yourself and annoying the pig. That's really funny. That's cute. So tell me who is staying up and they're not sleeping because they're either on fire, they're excited. Remember, you get the manic, oh, I'm so overjoyed, and then you start crying. Sometimes it will keep you up because it filters into our dream state. And we, because that's where we're not guarded, right? When we get ready to sleep, I'm not even talking about the different levels of delta or theta or the REM state. I'm just talking when we relax our mind and it's quieter because the world is a little bit more calmed down at night when you're sleeping. That's really when your core self comes coming out. That's why you can't sleep a lot of times. Okay. So the next one, 5, is you find your taste buds change drastically. Okay. Such as your preference, maybe in style of clothing. I am dressed like a hippie today. I would never dress like a hippie before. I dress like a successful corporate person, which was fine. I look great, with my Louis Vuitton. Now I would rather have a, Hawaii trip than Louis Vuitton. But what I'm saying is your preferences change. And it could be what you read, what you watch on TV, or what you listen to. Yeah, anybody, a lot of questions. Why? Why? So why are people, a-holes? I do. Why are they gonna be so why? Can't everybody just hold hands and sing Kumbaya? I know. Okay, let's see. I was excited last night. Yeah, you get excited, you go, you just like you get euphoric sometimes. It's not all bad stuff. All right. So number 5 is your interest, your taste buds in things. Then number 6, your desires and wants are all different now. What used to make you happy now the has an opposite effect on you. Who is like that? This can create a deep sadness within you, like a death, because it really is. This is the old you dying. So a new and improved you can unfold into this world as a God's expression of love. Surrender to God's greater good and spread your wings and take flight into new heights. The universe has your back and you will not fail. And I believe that 100%. All right. I know, me too. I mean, it kind of sucks because we do need to pay bills. I know. Um, but I just feel like it'll all be taken care of. And I think if we do the highest purpose, surrender and helping others, and then it'll all work out. I agree. All right. So next. All right. 7, you may feel ungrounded. How many of you people say, I need some grounding? Raise your hands. How many people needs grounding? It feels like, okay, here's Adriana, love leader. Yes, it feels like a death and I'm a new person. What do they say? What is that biblical thing? Being a new creation in God? Well, I don't know. That seems kind of like it fits, but this is your personal journey. This is your choice. This is only for us to individually go through. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I used to love getting high. No, really. A lot of people like getting drunk or doing this or that, or, you just lose interest in things, even certain kinds of foods, like carbs and macaroni and cheese. I mean, that just grosses me out now. Uh, my needs are different now. Yeah, my needs are different too. I'm ungrounded. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay, Cold White Spring, love leader in the house. Um, we're going to talk about that. A lot of people, yes, you too. Okay, good. We're going to talk about that. This is why we're going to have more than one of these. We're just going to, this is just to let you know, I know where you are. You're identifying it. You're looking at it. There are more than these. Okay. And we're going to get into it deeper. That's why, guys, if you can try to be a love leader, man, we're going to do some personal, evolutionary, spiritual stuff with you guys starting tomorrow. But that's okay. This is all free. I'm going to be offering this to help you. All right. So the ungrounded part. So I say the paranormal is your new normal, meaning you may have spiritual gifts that are starting to unfold, that are starting to be revealed to you. And it can be really strange to some people when this does occur if you haven't been born with them. And it may seem like it goes on for days or months on end, like this just strange things, or synchronicities or signs. And you're like, oh my God, what's going on? This is crazy. But it's you that's doing this. Okay. It was always there. The magic of the divine and the divine within you was always there. You're just now seeing it. But you're going to feel ungrounded. That's part of the shaking up. That's the whole point, is to get you off base. So some of this happens through day visions, including and not excluding. See, you got to laugh now, guys. Orbs, colors, lucid dreams, visitations from spirits. You may know them, you may not. Angels, UFOs, knowing things that you really shouldn't. Empathic, intuitive abilities are now starting to show at this stage. And you have no one to check these new gifts with, since all your old pals are very dull and unaware. So now you're seeking out the Seeking Heaven channel, which is a very good decision. So anyone experience any of this? Yes, psychobilly started at 50. Yeah. Well, that's their true self. And I do have to say something about that, David. Let's say pretend we're little children, right? Well, I mean, in spirit we should be, but like actually physical age. Let's say we were 4 years old. Are we closer to heaven, that side? or the world. We're closer to over there. Okay, so as we get older, what are we being more closer to? The other side, right? That's just the way it goes. So you'll find, and I'm going to give you a secret right now. It's going to really explain a lot of things. If you have a family member or someone that you know, they say they're up in age, 70s, 80s, 90s, this kind of thing. If you notice, they'll sleep a lot. Okay. And they'll sleep more and more. And then they'll wake up and they may have a funny dream. And oh my goodness, I dreamed about, my first husband or the old boyfriends. I'm serious. Oh yeah, that was my dad came through. That really is them. They're actually preparing them to cross. Now, are they going to cross immediately? No. But are they closer to this world or over there? They're totally closer to that world, which means death is not an instant thing. It is a materialization breakdown of the spirit. Okay. I've actually seen that. My granddaddy is like, it seemed before he died, like a few months, he started like separating. It's kind of cool. So you have most of these. Yeah, you're not going crazy. This is part of the process. So trust the process. This is a divine process. It's really quite beautiful. Yes, I wake and sleep in strong vibrations. You hear loud noise from astral plane. Me too. Who's had the angels? Who's had the ringing in their ear? It's always usually my right ear. Okay. And it's like this. Now, I don't have the ringing in my ears 95% of the time, but it's like, who hears the high pitch? Okay. That's the other side. And I've literally heard choir of angels before. Hear voices in spirit. Yeah. Yeah. That's because you're getting tuned up to the other side. Look at it this way. We are spirit. So I'm not afraid of spirits, unless they're like weirdos and I don't know them. I'm like, go away. But, most of them are like us, right? And we're spirit. So to me, they're my friends. So I don't look at it like that. All right. So now you are, here we go. Cold white spring. I had abilities awakening some years ago. Okay. Well, it goes on and off. These awakenings do not stop. They go at different levels. See, this is one level, and then you're going to go to another one. And then you know what I'm saying? They cycle like an onion, layers of an onion. So this will not, you're breathing and living. This will not be the last one you go through. Yeah, hear the high pitch. Yes, it's the angelic realm. Welcome to the angelic realm. Yep. Yep, that's what it is. It's the angelic realm. And it's also something else. And I'll get into it's a little too weird. I'll get into that later. But let's put it this way. The angelic realm, archangels, the Elohim, sometimes interdimensional beings that work with the highest level. Okay. Like the Council of Light. This is the ringing. And now I've heard code, boop, 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 like Morse code. And now it shows up on sometimes in my channels. I have a couple of them where they show up. Literally, it's now manifesting. So they're really wanting to get something to me. All right. So that's where the ungrounding comes from. So you write it out, like a big wave, and you are going to level out, but it's part of the shaking up process. Number 8, you may find yourself questioning your sanity. And if you don't, your friends and family will. That's a time when people might start judging you. You should get a real job. Why are you asking all these things? This is when you what do they call it? This is where this is good information. If someone is lashing out, friends or family, because they say, oh my goodness, this person has changed on us. They're different now and you're acting weird. You need to learn to not talk to them about things like ghosts and paranormal and vibrating and ringing in your ear. These are not the people to talk to. It's safe here and the people on here, but don't do that. Okay. So some of these people may be family, so you can't fire them, right? So you just send them love and you talk about simple things when you're with them and you be the better person. And yeah, we are never alone. We are never alone. And yeah, we're not alone through this process, by the way, either. We are not. So this is a good time to realize where you need your boundaries. When you start being, and I might say, judged, attacked, friends or family, whoever it may be, then you realize they're not a safe terminal to discuss these things that are popping up in your life. That's all. So it can be very helpful. I mean, you don't want to get mad at them. I mean, they're just doing what they do. And quite in their own point of view, you did change on them. So here you go. In the end, this may seem very abrupt with the spiritual awakening. And you find that with the old friends that you have and, some family, that they're really the insane ones because they're living a life without questions or without cause, right? They're just doing what they're told that they should do, and they're just some of them are just on automatic. You might say they're asleep, whatever your words that you use, which you'll find out you're the insane one, which creates you having kind of empathy for them and a sadness, even though it's kind of hellish sometimes waking up spiritually. I would pick this any day. I would totally pick the red pill any day. Know that some people are happy being blind and content. That's their choice. Remember in the Matrix where the guy said, "No, I want the blue pill," and he wanted to go back, and in this fake reality hologram, he wanted to go back and eat the steak. Let them go back and eat their steak. Again, it's their choice. Let them pick the choice, even if the choice is you think wrong. That is theirs to choose. So respect that. This is your journey, no one else's. It's not theirs. You're the only one who gets to have an opinion about this. Those people will be replaced. And I mean by God. God will literally bring you could talk about God, the source, divine, whatever that is to you, same thing. That there's some universal thing being orchestrated that you're sending out signals. I need better people. And they're going beam, beam, beam. You're beaming it out like a radio broadcast. And better ones do come to fit the new you. Okay, so let me check in with you real quick. Yeah, that's why, David, you're right. Well, yeah. The reason that you're quiet is not that you don't want to tell your truth, it's that you would upset them and you would be out reality. They just wouldn't understand what the hell you're saying. So that's where kindness comes in and courtesy. Just be polite. Okay, how are you? Acknowledge them as a person and talk about the things that makes them feel comfortable, and have your boundaries, and then have your other friends where you can really be your true self. I felt so ungrounded the last couple of years. The first time I questioned my sanity. Oh, you're in the right place. You're among. Why is it hellish? Well, because I'm laughing about that again. Don't be got to have a laugh about this. It's because when you have a spiritual awakening, many people question their religion, their belief, or no religion, or their beliefs, or they may be really happy and ecstatic, and then tomorrow they may be severely depressed, and then they're depressed because they don't like their life. Right? They used to like it, they don't like it now. They don't eat macaroni anymore. Don't give me macaroni anymore. So it's a lot of shaking up. So during that period, it may feel unsettling, right? But in the end, it's a good thing because it's waking you up to the true you. But during that process, it can be difficult. That's all. Okay. So yeah. So is it really hellish? It may, I don't know. Uh this is not for the lighthearted, but it's ultimately, if this is happening, it's because you can handle it. And something beautiful. I got to tell you what, I have so many miracles and experiences happen with the angels and stuff. Oh yeah, I would rather go through phases of not misunderstanding or laughing while they're taking me up on a galactic ship now any day, because it is. I can't explain everything, but it feels right to me, and that's all that really matters. All right. So, 8, you're questioning your sanity. So we've gone through that, and then your friends and family may be judging you, and that's part of what's going to happen too. And you got to look at it from their point of view. How can you blame them? Then number 9. Now you feel like you have an X-ray vision of the world around you. You feel like that, like you can totally see things. Not all the time, but sometimes you have such clarity of vision. And welcome to being spiritually awake. Bam. Okay. So you feel like I'm very awake. This is so clear. You can't imagine. Like, why didn't you see this before? Is there anybody like this where you're like, I totally see what's going on? Why are so many people asleep? And why didn't I see this before? Why didn't I see the world? Why didn't I see what's going on? Why didn't I see this and that? Why was I like that? Why did I like to go out and party and dance in a go-go cage? I was like, God, you waited a long time for this. Don't you? Yeah, you got better people than me. You should pick them. But I think what it is God, Team God. I would say Team God because there's quite a big corporation over there. They like regular people, And the thing is, I am fussy and I am difficult, but in the end, I always try to do the right thing. And even when I tell my spirit, I complain, but I do it. So they look for that too. So you may feel like you're very, very awake at this point, and you may question, why did I do things like that? That's okay. That's all okay. You're just evaluating, reevaluating, and you're also looking at people's motives. Like, oh, that motives doesn't seem like it's to help humanity. Is that for self gain? Because now you have a higher calling. This is where career shifts start taking place. And that's where sometimes marriages do too. And this is where the divine and the holiness and the I'm going to say holiness or purity, the integrity based lines of service become of interest to people that are being spiritually awake. It's not so much, I mean, we know we need money to live, but it's not so much that. You're more motivated not by greed and your own personal desires. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you having ambition, but it's not like you can really help it. You just want to help people. Like I'm obsessed with helping people. I mean, uh, ask my husband, what are you doing? Oh, 12 o'clock at night. I'm talking to someone out of suicide. Who is it? I have no idea who this person is. So it's being obsessed with helping humanity and putting your own things on back burner. It's not because you feel like you need to be a martyr. It's just this new thing emerges in you. So who feels like that? All right, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Having a question on my core belief was horrifying at first, but led to a better life. That's right, David. Absolutely. Cold white spring. I've had that for a while, but can't see myself or my own life through. That's right. That's why tomorrow we have love leaders, and I'm going to help you with that. It's going to be all okay. Seriously, it is. I'm good at what I do. Okay, I do. Yeah, yeah. I can see the spark in your eye, Rand. You have a lot of God's light in you. And I saw it in David's smile when I saw his picture. I'm like, I like this guy. I got to meet him. So thanks for being here. And you're really adding a lot to the conversation. Yes, I now see the good that the results from what so many others see as negative or bad. That changes too. You go, oh my God, this is hard. And you see it from different, your views keep shifting. I mean, let's look at it this way real quick. I want to bring something. It's a little weird, but not, but this is a good time to say this. Okay, past lives. Okay. Well, let me just say this. I've had about 300 plus hours of past life. Past lives? Why does it need to be past? In reality, there is no time. It's just lives. And who's to say that we can't be here and multiple other planets and handling other bodies? We're a multidimensional spiritual being. Okay. So past question mark. The point is this: when you have had different lives, you see it from the point of the view of the beggar, the person that didn't want to pay the beggar, the person that robbed the bank, the person that had their stuff robbed, right? So as a spiritual developing person, right? It is not unusual for you to change your viewpoint and shift around and look because you're basically we're right now closing a cycle, okay, of many incarnations, okay? And because of that, we are looking at different points of view. One that's more, I guess, loving and more understanding, not saying we still don't get upset or we still, look, you want to have discernment. Um, yeah, yeah, perfect. I just said discernment. There it is. I see much clearer with the spiritual. It's just more discernment. It's fine to have discernment. And sometimes you go, before you never saw it, you go, oh my God, that's so evil. Why couldn't I see that before? That'll happen too, and, I get my, uh, angel up in arms guard when I see true evil because I want to expose it. I get the whole God and angels and the Elohim and humanity and love. And I have to like bring that down and go. It's all gonna work out. So now the next thing, number 10. So we're getting close to the end, and I want to know at the end how many you write down, how many you've had. I want to know how many of these you've had. I want all or some. Give me a number like 3 or 4. So now we're at 10. You dream, read, gain knowledge, and think all the time. Okay? I'll talk about me. It's really hard, and I just feel really bad about it. For me to sit and watch, a show with my husband, not meaningless TV, but like something we pick out we might find interesting. Because I'm always thinking and multitasking and I look at my phone and looking up information and stopping and looking up. And then when I'm sleeping, I'll look at stuff all the time and I'll listen to to different audiobooks and different YouTube and different so and so, and use the starseed stuff these days. The Secret Universe guys, you need to look at their YouTube site. That is beautiful, and his channel, but it won't tell you by who. I think it's a number of people, but it is very classy. And these are the messages are about 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 10, but they're really just beautiful. They're just very comforting and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful site, the Secret Universe. All right. So that happens to me a lot. And let's see. Yeah, we're closing a cycle. I don't know about the Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, fifth dimension. I don't know. But I do know this from what I'm being told from my star buddies. I mean, meaning my connections. And I'm still connected to Jesus. I love him. I mean, he's kind of a big dude over there. He's kind of important. But yeah, we're closing a cycle because what I think is, okay, repeat what part? I'll go through this. Okay. This is why things are speeding up. This is why we're having a universal global awareness. I literally have friends around the world, hence Anna. I have people in the Mexico, UK, New Zealand, Sydney, all over the place. Okay. And this is happening everywhere because, and people that are also like me that are kind of jacked up with spiritual abilities. What I'm finding too is that if you want to use the word psychic, right, that's where you know stuff. And I hate psychic readings because I don't really connect to people. I connect to the higher level, and or at least your grandmother, granddaddy, so they can tell you what they think because you have a connection. The psychic, what I'm thinking, which is life path choices, they're just options. You get to pick. You have more than one, but things are speeding up so much, even with me, that I will see myself in a certain place, like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. And then a week or two later, I'm like, that's changed already. Why? Because we're closing a cycle of incarnations. It's because we have to go from this third density materialistic self gain. And I'm not saying this, please hear me. I'm not saying it's not okay to dream and have ambition. And of course it is. But I'm just talking about, the dog eat dog, go out and I'm going to get a bigger yacht than yours. And, it's something that's happening here. It's like a love revolution, right? And so people are being turned on. I mean, I'm literally, the readings with people are, some of them are high level people, some are in very powerful positions, like, politics. Thank God they're waking up. But, and regular people, just regular, like nurses, policemen, they're waking up like to this stuff we're talking about. So it's a good thing. But if we don't wake up, we're going to blow the damn planet up. I'm going to tell you, that's what's going on. That's what I was told by Astor. I said, were you afraid? And he was like, I think we've done it before. I think we blew up Mars. So we don't want that. We do not want atomic bombs. We do not want wars. Y'all see what's going on overseas. We don't want that. We want kumbaya love. We don't want that. So I always say I'm a light warrior. You know what I mean? Because I really want us to love each other. And I know that sounds like a hippie thing, which is why I'm dressed like a hippie tonight. Okay. The last sign you mentioned. I think I said that. I think I already did. If not, you can specify it more. Yeah, I agree. More cooperation. Yes, absolutely. For example, very few light workers work together, but now I see them doing it. Now, some still want to these are my toys. But think about it. God gave us all different special abilities. So if we work together, why should I don't feel threatened by people at all because there's only one of me and I think it's pretty great. And I think there's one of you and I think you're pretty great. So why should we care? Why can't we bring our different abilities together and compare notes? And it is being done because I'm doing it with a few people, not everybody, but I'm doing it with some people at a high level across the world. Like Anna now, she's turned on big time. So my God, she's going to be Dr. Doolittle, Mother Teresa, John God healer around the world. People are being turned on. Okay, it's like spiritual sleeper cells. All right. So the next one, let's see. So you dream and you think all the time. It is obsessive. It does not stop. Some of you are reading a lot of books. Some of you are having visions at night, seeing colors, communication with otherworldly things. Could be UFOs, spirits, ghosts, angels. Your paradigms are changing, maybe to a new utopia. All this is becoming obsessive. There's a reason for that. It's because we have to come together in some way. There has to be more of us than the bad guys or the people that choose, the people that are mean or whatever you want. I'm not going to go there, but you know what I'm talking about. The people that choose a utopian universe of love, they are coming out all over the woodwork, and we are going to win, and God does win. Okay. So it's all good, but it's a little bit of a struggle. So if that is you, then welcome, truth seekers. You're at the right place here. And that is why want to offer so much with far as on this channel and helping people with their spiritual path in a very non-judgmental, safe, and loving way as one big online soul family. And I'm very serious about this. I mean, I literally thought I was going to die because I was working 12, 15 hours a day, every day, including Sunday, every day. From August to April. And then after a few conversations in February, March with my husband, he's like, you can't do this. So I'm really committed to you guys. I really am. So number 11, it just is what it is. Number 11, maybe this is you, maybe it's not. You cannot tolerate certain people, places, things, or activities anymore. Okay. So for example, that's when people change jobs. They're like, I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to be a cop anymore or whatever. I'm not judging. I love policemen and military, but I'm just saying, whatever that thing is for you, it could be divorces happen. You're like, I just can't talk about that anymore. I just can't do it. Could be that. It could be that, because again, it could be certain things you can't tolerate, certain people, certain activities. It could be that like every time I eat red meat now, like a hamburger, and I don't have a philosophy behind it, like, and I know there is one, I get it, eating eating like live organic, I get it. But it just makes me sick. What do I like? I love fish. I just love fish and vegetables. I don't really like carbs that much. Sometimes I'll have some wheat. I know they say wheat belly, but you need to have some fiber. Okay. If you don't, that's another story. But yeah, things like that change. And I'm seeing this with people that they just can't help it. It's just starting to change, including your friends or your environment. And you begin to have, and it becomes to the point this intolerant. Let me check in with you guys real quick, because we're down to number 12. And yeah, exactly. That's a great example, Adriana, that gossip and low vibrational stuff. Like if I feel like I'm around people and they're petty, or if they're talking about other people, I shut their down. I'll go, okay, now, okay. Hey, let's keep it light here, because I don't think that's cool. It's not productive, unless someone is being really mean. And I usually stop them. I've done that at a store. Someone was very mean. I said, excuse me, you need to come from a place of love in your heart. You're being very mean to all these people here. And of course, you can imagine what they said. F blankety blank you. And I went, this is exactly the behavior I'm talking about. You need to have a little bit more love. Probably not a good idea. They're probably possessed. But the point is, you can, this is this sense of, not that I'm better, but like, come on, come on, let's don't be mean to other people. Number 11, cities. Oh my gosh, David, you are my person. You're my people. I agree. I mean, I love where I live. It's got big trees. It's beautiful. I mean, it's just serenity. Everybody that comes where I live, I have big, statues that I told my husband, he brings them here, 6 foot. They're beautiful. I did want a 12-foot statue of Jesus, like in Rio de Janeiro. He goes, that's too much. I was like, wow, well, we'd never be robbed with Jesus. They'd feel too guilty. But yeah, we are 20 minutes from the city. So I just like tranquility, as long as it stays like that. And I'm saying 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 3 3 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 1. I mean, this is like obsessive now all the time. So you got to think about it. Now I'm seeing sacred geometry. This is why this is more than one show. We're going to go deeper. Okay. We're going to do this little thing, and we're going to go deeper with this. So probably be in a couple weeks, we're going to do another one of these. So not next week. We got Lynn Russell. It might be the next week, but I would love for you all to be, no more red meat. Yeah. Some people just don't have an interest in it. I'm obsessed with salmon. I love salmon. And again, don't judge people that do. Chocolate milk and veggies. Hey, Kelly. Welcome. Chocolate milk and veggies for now. It's cool. I can't give up my wine. I'm not saying I'm a wino, but It just tastes so good sometimes. Just a nice glass of white wine. Was done with cities 20 years ago. Yep. Well, where I am, it's very tranquil, but now I just, oh yes, 444, 4 times a day. Yeah. That's the ascended masters and angels. This is why you hear ringing. You're an angel communicator. You're going to find out more about this tomorrow, Adriana. You're like, oh no, what do I do with that? Don't worry. Look, everything, God's got a plan for everybody. No need to worry about it. It will unfold itself. So finally, number 12. All right. And we are ending on time, which is good. So we've got about, since we started a little bit late, we got a little bit more extra time. Not, it's just 5 till, but we'll go a little bit over, and I'll take some questions. So number 12, finally, you find yourself strangely, magnetically drawn to topics like love, unity, freedom, kindness, reality-based topics on quantum physics, sci-fi, paranormal, angel stories, reading books on what is ESP, what are chakras, and you're secretly loving all of this. So who is that I mentioned that? Now, look, I didn't put them all down in there, but I'm curious, who is now really attracted? Yeah, I got sensitive. Oh, that can happen too. Your body's just like, no more. That can happen. I have certain foods I'm like, this is not good for me. I'm not happy. I'm best when I do fish and vegetables for me, for my body. And I try to just do vegetables. I'm a mermaid. It just, I'm from Lemuria probably. No, actually, I can't. I love fish. So don't tell a mermaid they can't have fish. All right, Kelly. I love that one of the fundamentals if the Community Music Guild, God bless you. This is another love leader. So Adriana, there you go. Cold White Spring, there you go. Love leaders. These are people that stepping up in the community and helping me with the Seeking Heaven channel. And I just thank you and ask God to bless you for that. I have got some amazing people coming on, which I channel who is supposed to come on. Okay. God brings me the people. It's amazing. So less competition, cooperation, more abundance. Yes. And also the music. Thank you for doing that. I married a musician. He was in Capitol Records for years and a drummer, went to music school. My grandparents were in music. They toured. And music is not only, it's healing, it's therapeutic, right? But it's also healing of our soul. We don't always even need words with it. Sometimes when I praise God, gratitude, I'll sing. I'm not even a great singer, but I'll sing or I'll put on melodic music. So music is very important. I had a fella and Ted Winslow, which if you go on and look at that, there's a free code to get a free angel album, which is Binary Healing Sounds, which that was very gracious of him. People are just giving away stuff on the channel now. It's amazing. Ray Hernando is giving away his first book. He's coming out on in in the month of September after Anna, and he's just given away a free book on Beyond UFOs. God took my clothes, 12. Yes, you have all of them. You are my people. But here's the thing. Like I said, it doesn't stop there. Now, the next time you go through it, it may not be as dramatic, but see the new gifts and new abilities. I had, I'll tell you about my weird thing in a minute. Okay, hold on. Quantum physics, out of body travel, astro travel about every night. It was funny. I got to tell you about this, Adrian. It's kind of cute. Guys, I got to tell you about this. Girls, I always say everybody guys, but I should say guy, girls. Or should I say true seekers, humans and non-humans? That really covers a lot. So I went and had a couple months, facial, have this like membership at Massage Envy. All right, so I'll go. And I've been to this woman once before. I mean, like, I don't know her. And she said, yeah, you came to me in my dream. I went, really? Did I look really good? Better than this, very glowy and like an angel? She goes, yes. And I'm like, this is not the first time I do this. And I said, what did I say? She goes, well, I was like, I think I was astral traveling and there was something dark there. And I went, and she said, it felt really demonic. I was like, okay, well, so what did I say? You said, God's sovereign might and love is powerful and will extinguish any darkness there is. I mean, that totally sounds like what I would say. That probably was me. So I travel and talk to people all the time. Why is that? Well, I'm a busybody. I'm a spiritual busybody. Number two, I don't really like to sleep. That's why I wake up exhausted. But the other would be it's because sometimes people are more receptive when you catch them in that state. Yes, you've got all of them. Mhm. Mhm. I am. Matter of fact, let me tell you what I ran. I'm going to give you a little tip here. Actually, I think I have a link to that if I can find it. The I Am series, the I Am series, and I think you can get them for free at Saint Germain. I have an audio, what is it? Audio, what is it? Amazon Audio, whatever that is called, of the I Am series. And I was coming back with my cousin, Nicole, who's a trip. She's just so cool and eccentric, kind of like me. Just met her 4 years ago, but we're coming back. She's helping me. I did a show at the Southern Women's Show in Jacksonville, Florida, because I do, live medium demonstrations. But I talk about heaven in my NDE. Anyway, we're coming back and listening to the I Am series on there. I was so freaking high. I was on the car above it. And my cousin looked at me, Nicole, and go, "That's it. You're pulling over." She says, "Oh my God," because I must have been tranced out. But that's some good stuff, because when you really get into the I am, which is God, what does that mean? Are we God? Let me phrase it a different way. We came from God. We are from source. I personally think we probably were one unit, and then we started breaking off. Then we started forgetting who we were. We broke off some more, sort of like that, hair commercial. She so and so, and she told a friend, and she told a friend. Well, we next thing you know, we've got all these bodies we've created. We forgot who we are. We are part of the one source, and we are creation. We cannot die. We keep coming back. So finally, number 12, you find yourself strangely drawn to these topics. Now, who is now interested in love, unity, kindness, helping others, unusual topics like quantum physics, sci-fi, ghost stories? Some of the ghost stories are not scary. Like, I absolutely used to love watching, and they still have the reruns, a celebrity ghost story. And it really wasn't a ghost story. I hated the name. They got to make it scary, but it wasn't. It was just actors saying their paranormal experience. And it was usually something really pretty, like their, you know, uh, grandmother came to visit to say they loved them. It was really interesting. And it wasn't scary. Like some of these are just so dark. The other thing is you may find that you may become restless now if you don't go out in nature or hug a tree. I have to admit, I'm a tree hugger now. I am totally a tree hugger, and I'll probably go outside. I have these very deep roots. I have this tree. I'm in love with this tree. I'm in love. This tree. You know what? I'm going to take a picture for you guys and put it on the community chat. My freaking tree. I have about 3 years ago, a shaman friend, Kelly, who now moved to Hawaii, who lives in a volcano. Yes, I know some eccentric characters. Anyway, she did a little shaman thing around the yard, and we put some beautiful stones in the tree. And she goes, "This tree is your protector." It is phenomenal. It's probably about 250 years old, but the roots come out of the ground so high that even my husband has to be careful not to, it's torn the blade off. That's how high these roots are. So, I mean, it's a massive tree, and walking on it. And it's because it's living. So some of you might be really drawn to the nature. I don't know. Yeah, I hugged a tree today. Good for you. You are my people, Cold White Spring. I love you. Yes, absolutely. And it's because God is in that. It is a living. And number two, it doesn't talk back to you. It just is, which is very peaceful, but it does have the energy. And you can imagine the richness of a 200-some-year-old tree. So now you're becoming a secret tree hugger. I mean, I am. I still am upset to this day that they took down a 300-year-old tree when they sold my grandparents' home. They had a hickory nut tree. It was magnificent. And that was years ago, 26 years ago. I still cry over that. So it's about this. When you're asking yourself, and you may even ask yourself now, I get a lot of questions from people, how do you bless your home? I think it's very important, because when you go outside energetically, you don't want to bring any weird stuff home. Oh, I have it blessed. Totally blessed. And I don't have parties anymore. I'm very careful about who comes in, because I want to keep it, peaceful and holy. And I don't want anybody's weird, freaky energy in here. If they're not dealing with the light. That's just me. But and then you may be asking questions. Some people go, "Who are my guides? Who are my angels?" Look, guys, we got a big team. We all have a big team, and it's precisely put together. So you may even ask a question like, "Who's that Edgar Casey? Now, what was he about?" But you're asking these things. You're awakening to the truth, and it's a beautiful thing. So congratulations for taking the red pill. I did too. And your personal spiritual journey is the greatest journey you'll ever go on, more than anything in the whole world. It's the greatest adventure you will ever embark upon. It is richly filled with divine love, guidance, and magic if you let it. But it's also a hard road to climb sometimes. Why? And I know that that Cold White Spring did ask that question about hug a tree 3 times a day. Okay, well, you beat me. I got to go out and hug the tree. Hold on just a minute, and I'll finish this up. Wow, by the way, I didn't write them so that it must be an angel or a spirit. Well, I am so that, yeah. Let's see, Cold White Spring. That's awesome. Such an old tree. Yeah, I've got to take that picture for you guys. I'll put it. It's magnificent. It kind of looks like, Savannah, those big, amazing trees, but without the moss, with the little critters in it. The tree in the back of my yard. I have a lot of big trees. Absolutely, and people should be allowed to grow old too, with the trees, so they can hug each other. Yeah, absolutely. There. I mean, it's just. You can imagine the stories these trees can tell. I mean, so I'm like that. If I get kind of freaky, especially when I was working this winter, I got really weirded out because I was working really long hours. And there was one time I didn't see the outside for 3 weeks. Don't judge me. This was all for you. Look, I am gaining balance now. It was a lot. People have no idea the technology you got to learn to start the channel, the editing. Now this is live. So, I'm not dropping an F-bomb or anything. There's no need to edit. So we're all good. All right. So anyway, you took the red pill, you're waking up the truth is a beautiful thing. So you, my friend, I would consider a spiritual rebel. Think about it. It's kind of cool. Yes, you know who you are. You're a spiritual rebel. You cannot hide forever. And really, why should you? Because you are a self-expression and you are love and you are seeking the face of God. How can that be bad? Like, truly, not what people tell you or dogma. I have to tell you that to some, you might be a threat, because they don't want to change, especially those close to you. They want to stay the same, and they may like the old you. I understand that, but you should only be compliant with what your heart directs you to be, and that's where God lives, in our heart. Okay, our heart and our throat chakras tied in very closely. So look at yourself as a spiritual love rebel. We are having a love revolution, and just remember that God gives his biggest missions to his greatest light warriors. Okay. So, you might have some rough spots, but it's all going to be good. He would not put all these things on you if he didn't think you could handle it. So, heroes that you've heard are not born, they're made. And it's true. And if you look at a movie, the hero, nobody agrees with the hero, right? Till they become the hero and everybody wants to be the friend. So, that's how your journey will be as well. So no, you always have a place here on the Seeking Heaven channel, and we're going to do more of this together, more of these spiritual lessons. We'll go on the spiritual journey together, and I'm proud of all of you for having the courage to step out against the normal status quo. So own who you are and shine bright. Who is and don't stop judging yourself and enjoying yourself, because we are a spirit. So we should be having spiritual encounters, especially beautiful ones. Now, the ones on TV and all, they make it like it's dark, but it's in reality, that's not my experience. It's beautiful. So thank you all. I love you all dearly. Do you have any questions for me at the end? If not, I'll let you go for your Friday night. So any quick questions that you have, I'm sure I'll get one from Cold White Spring. But but I'll see you at 1:30 tomorrow with Love Leaders. So look, it's not too late if you want to sign up. And look, everybody, if you want to be a member at any level, I appreciate it. But if you want to be a love leader for $24.99, we're starting tomorrow at 1:30. You'll see the link on the community chat. You don't have to, you can cancel your membership at any time, but if you need help with this, that's what that's for, at a very good rate. And you're going to be with people that are like you. Oh, Adriana, thank you so much. I appreciate and love you, and I appreciate and love all of you. I'm very proud of you. Okay. So keep on doing what you're going to do, what you're doing. And we're going to have more of this. I got some fantastic people coming on with amazing stories, near death, spiritually transformative. And for the October month, I didn't want to have anything scary. So I'm having really cool people, like a very famous fairy seer from the UK, and mermaids and unicorns, because that'll be fun, right? and people that are experts in that. I don't know how you become a mermaid expert or a unicorn expert, but we'll find out together. And then I'm having some Palladians and some channelers coming on. So, oh, you're so wonderful, David. I can't wait to meet you. And I'm sorry I haven't written you back, but you've been in my heart. So we'll connect and we'll connect. Maybe we can set up a time next week. All right, guys, guys and gals. I'm bad about saying guys. It's just about everybody, my truth seekers, my beloved spiritual friends, and love rebels. How do you like that? Love rebel. You can be a love leader and a love rebel at the same time. Have a super weekend and know that the universe has your back. You're always loved. Negative people, don't worry about them. You're certainly not one of them. You are negative people. Boundaries, you know, it's their choice if they want to be negative, but we have to protect our energy, guys. Okay. Because there's a lot of weird stuff out there. I'm going to just say this. I'm not going to go, it's too much. I'm going to let you go. But there's a lot of chaos and weird stuff going out there. There's a lot of bullying, controlling. How can we deal with very negative people? I'm going to, look, I don't have all the answers, but I will try to be as truthful as I can. I think I know because I've had a lot of sexual abuse and a lot of gaslighting growing up. So it's not like I haven't been through it. Number one, try to avoid them. Like at all. If you can't, you're like, I'm married to one. Okay, how can we do? Or you have family. Boundaries, right? When they start up and the gaslighting or whatever it is, you go, okay, well, it's great to see you. I have to go. And you can have a plan. You can have a plan where you do things where maybe there's not a lot of talking. Yeah. Oh no, that's sweet you are. I see the same. Look, I see that in you around. You're exactly the same way. You're like a little angel. So yeah, it's just that we have to protect our energy. There's so much weird crap out there. And that's why we have to be careful what we watch on TV. Yeah, we don't want to be ignorant, but you know what I do? I have different subscriptions to different newspapers and stuff and underground and European stuff. And then I watch YouTube. I'm always looking at the underground stuff. I don't look at traditional news or stuff. There's a couple shows I do, like that are kind of interesting. But I seek and find the things that I don't go mainstream on anything, pretty much. So look, have a beautiful weekend, guys. Know you're loved, and you're always loved here on the Seeking Heaven channel. And if you can join me tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time in the Love Leader Zoom, I'd love to see you. And I'll see you love leaders tomorrow, and get your questions ready. And then we will see what comes up and what needs to be channeled or helped. I trust, and I want you to trust too. There's something bigger going on here. So much love to you guys. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you. And thanks for supporting this channel, and tell your friends about it and subscribe. Okay. Love you. Bye.